If I were only allowed to do 5 things to get myself as healthy as possible this year, these would be the 5 things that I would do. These are things that anybody can do regardless of finances, time constraints, or lifestyle. And this does not involve any biohacking, expensive supplements, or extreme routines. These are just the 5 high leverage fundamentals that actually get the needle moving. And before we get into it, if you could hit that like and subscribe button, this is gonna help the algorithm push this video to the people that actually need it. And on that note, let's get into it. Number 1 would be daily exercise. Now, this doesn't mean you have to spend an hour in the gym every day, but it does mean you should at least get some sort of physical activity every day. So for a lot of people, this could mean spending 2 or 3 days in the gym, and on the other days, getting some sort of cardio or stretching or some sort of movement in. For me personally, I lift 4 to 5 days a week depending on my recovery. Then I have 2 days where I usually work on mobility or some sort of skill development. Even if you do something as little as a 5-minute core workout or a 20-minute walk, this still counts as exercise as long as you're doing it daily. Daily exercise keeps your nervous system sharp, it keeps your joints healthy, keeps your hormones healthy, and it keeps you locked in on the identity of a person that takes care of themselves. Number 2, sleeping 8 hours a night. This is the most boring one, but arguably the most important one. If you don't prioritize sleep, you're gonna end up being the worst version of yourself when you're awake. And if you're the worst version of yourself when you're awake, it is not possible for you to achieve optimal health. Sleep helps improve hormone health, recovery, memory, focus, emotional control, and overall discipline in your day-to-day life. And optimizing your sleep means going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. You could cool down your room 30 minutes before you go to sleep. You can tape your mouth shut, so then you're only breathing through your nose, which is gonna deliver more oxygen to your body and to your brain. So if you're serious about your health, sleep is not optional. You really gotta treat it like a full-time job because your health and your entire life literally depends on it. And number 3 is nutrition and knowing exactly what you need to put into your body so you can get into any kind of shape you want to be in. So for most people, what that would look like is getting 3/4 of a gram to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. It would look like getting at least 70 grams of fat to keep hormones optimized, and drinking 2 to 3 liters of water every day so that you're always properly hydrated. And then carbohydrates are adjusted based on your training routine and your overall goals. And one of the best ways to do this is to remove all the guesswork out of what you're supposed to be eating by taking some time to track your calories. And you don't need to do this for the rest of your life, but if you take a few weeks or a couple months to track your food until you figure out what level of calories need to either gain weight or lose weight, how much protein, fats, and carbs you're consuming in your food, this is gonna make it really easy to be absolutely certain that you're gonna reach your goals based on what you're eating. And number 4 is daily mental hygiene, probably in the form of meditation. Now this could be meditation, breath work, walking in nature, reflective journaling, whatever works for you. But the point here is to lower cortisol, reduce the mental noise so you have a more clear perception of the things that are going on in your life, and to address any internal stressors that are holding you back. Everything you do in life starts in your mind, and the quality of your thoughts, beliefs, and cognitive function is going to dictate the quality of your life. So if your mind is chaotic, if it's always just running wild, your life is more likely than not gonna end up looking pretty chaotic. In just 5 to 10 minutes of meditation or breath work a day, sustained over a long period of time, can actually create huge changes that most people would not realize until they actually try it. And number 5 would be removing all cheap forms of dopamine. This includes things, but is not limited to alcohol, drugs, porn, doom scrolling. Anything that jacks your dopamine way up is gonna cause you to eventually have a huge crash. And that is terrible for motivation, it's terrible for staying on task, and it is not something that you want to always be doing. Not only are these things usually a waste of time, but they're going to destroy your natural dopamine sensitivity, which is gonna make life seem more dull and unfulfilling. And there are actually brain scans that show that overstimulation of dopamine reduces cognitive function and reduces brain activity. I will put them up right here for you to take a look at. You can screenshot it or pause the video if you want, but here it is. It is absolutely impossible to build a powerful body, mind, and lifestyle if you're constantly frying your brain's reward centers. And this is where most people fail. And we have a bonus, number 6. This might be the most powerful one that anybody can do. And this is seeking God. Now, when I mean seeking God, I don't mean dressing up and going to church every Sunday, although that's great. What I mean here is taking time to pray, taking time to read the Bible, taking time to meditate on who God is calling you to be and what you're supposed to be doing in life. And when you do this and when you are honest and curious about it, the transformations that are going to happen in your mind, in your physical body, and in your lifestyle are going to far exceed any of the 5 things we talked about before. And this is something people talk about all the time, but it is very hard to comprehend and understand unless you've actually been through it yourself. And what's going to happen when you align with God? You're going to have a deeper sense of peace. You're going to have clarity and direction. You're going to be way more disciplined in any of the 5 things that we talked about. Your mind is going to be clear. Your relationships are going to be better. And you're going to see life unfold before you in a way that you didn't even know was possible. And again, it's very hard to explain to someone that's never experienced it or doesn't believe it. But when you experience it for yourself, there is no way you could ever go back to being the person you were before. It is just too undeniable of a transformation. So these are the 5 plus 1, so 6 things that everybody can and should be doing to get in the best health you can ever possibly get in. Now, everyone's schedule and lifestyle and goals are gonna look a little different, so naturally, these 5 things will apply to everyone in a slightly different way, but the principles do not change. If you master these 6 things, everything in life will start pointing in a positive direction. Now, if you're looking for accountability or help in applying these things to your life in a way that actually works, go ahead and join my free school community, link in description. It is free for a limited time. And if you're serious about getting in the best shape of your life and you're looking for a more custom, tailored approach to all this, you can apply for one-on-one coaching directly through school.